everyone, it's Laura from Laura's Handcrafted Treats and Treasures. Welcome to or back to my channel. Alright, I have been gone for a while. I've been super busy, just have not been able to get in to make videos. I've been working in my craft room, but I've not had a chance to make videos. I've got craft shows coming up, a card party coming up, just lots of things going on, so I just have not had time. But I decided, okay, is the light right? Is this right? You know what? Is the time ever right? It's right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do something out of my idea book. And I showed this in a different video. I will link that in the description box. And today I'm going to come on and we're going to work on these. So this is the first one, and there's a little pocket there. And then we're gonna work on this one where there's a pocket here, a pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket here. So there's actually 2 pockets in this section. It just depends on how you glue it down. Oh, I take that back. I must have glued that top, but you can make that 2 tags. Okay, and then we're gonna work on this one. Now, I don't remember, I wanna say it was Anna from Pink Monarch Prints that I had seen this. It could have been my Porch Prints. It could have been either one of them, but it definitely, they were not my ideas. So let's get started. We're gonna work on the easiest one first. So we're gonna call this one. Okay, this one is pretty easy. It doesn't really take a whole lot of thought. I've left one open for myself so that I can remember what I did. You can go ahead and measure these if you want, but it's really not necessary. And I've made some different sizes. So this one is 4.5, and I think I did it by 6. This one will probably be fine. I'll probably have to trim these down. This one is 3, and I think this one was 4. So all I did was find the center, and once you find your center, you're literally just going to take your paper at the top and fold it over as if you're making that envelope. So we did that. Okay, then once you do that, see, you just have your, envelope. Now we're just gonna fold this right down and make that straight. Okay, now you have this. Okay, then you're just gonna take your bottom on whatever size you're working on, and you need to go right to the top. And then do this. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and grab the 4-inch one. We're gonna go ahead and just put that corner down to the center. Put this corner down to the center. Fold this down just to make it straight. And then when you fold this up, because now we have changed the dimensions, we went 4, but we still had the 6th. Now I can lay it just like this, and I would be fine with that, with the top tip of the envelope hitting right there, but I think I'm going to take just a smidgen off the end here so that it hits down, that point hits down a little bit further. So you can take any of your scrap paper, and that is mainly what I started making because I have all this scrap paper and I wanted to. So do I like it like that? I mean, I don't hate it like that, but I think I need to take just a little bit more. You can always go back and take a little bit more. I don't take a lot because then I don't want it, the point to come over top of that. So I'm going to fold that back up. Now I'm happy. Fold that down. Okay, so there you have that one. And see what I mean about the points? This one's almost coming down to the bottom where this one has a little room. So now we're going to have the same issue when we get to this one. So I'm going to go ahead and fold that. Because remember, we've changed the dimensions. I think this is 4, or I'm sorry, 3, I think it was. It looks like 3. And you want to get these straight. You know, that's for sure. You want to get those straight. And then I'm going to fold this down. Now, definitely no, I'm not going to like that, because look at how far that is. So I'm definitely going to take a big chunk of that off to start. I may have to take more, but we'll do that to start. And yep, I still got a ways to go. So you can eyeball it, you can measure it, or you can just keep chopping away at it like I'm doing. One more and I think I'll be happy. Okay. So we have this. Okay. Now, once you have that done, I'm going to go ahead and grab my glue mat here. Any old book will do. So what I want to do is glue down these tabs. I just don't want them flopping around. So I'm going to glue those down real quick. Boy, I'm making a mess. Okay, glue those down. The only thing I don't like about this Elmer's glue stick, it dries clear, but gosh, I think it makes a mess sometimes. So I'm gonna grab my Scotch. And it doesn't dry as quickly as my Scotch. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the other ones. And you're also, one thing I didn't take into consideration was the direction. I should have went from this end and then my direction would have been the same, but no big deal. I'm still gonna use it. And I did the same thing with this one. I just wasn't paying attention. So I should have started my fold from up here. I mean, I could go ahead and change it. I don't think it would make that much of a difference, but you'd see these lines and I don't want that. So note to self, make sure you're going in the correct direction. All right, so I'm gonna glue those down. And these. And just like I said, I just don't want them flopping around. I just feel like it gives a little bit more stability. Okay, so then, and of course you would want to do your inking. So if you wanted to ink any of this up, now is going to be the time. You're going to want to do this part, all the parts that I can see. Oh, it should be this part. And the way it's going to get glued down, I don't have to worry about the back side, but I definitely want to do this and this. And then if you don't like the white of the inside, just give that a little bit of the ink too, so you just don't see a stark white. Then once that's done, we're going to do this, and then we're going to go ahead and glue down just these tabs because we want this to be open. And then we're going to go ahead and fold that up. And then now I'm going to glue down just the point of the envelope. Okay. We're going to do that. Then that way, when you put it in your book, and let's see, I had one sitting here. When you go to put this in your book, you would glue here, here, and here. And then that way you would have a tuck spot. What did I do with my tag? Hang on. You would have a tuck spot here. You would have one in here, and you can, oh, no, wait a minute. I just glued these down and I shouldn't have. I should have just glued the top. Let's try this again. Scratch that. You can still use this though. Don't throw it away. I messed this up from what I wanted to do, but hey, good learning lesson. You can put a tag here and you've got little tuck spots here. And you could also glue just the 3 sides down and make it a full sort of tuck spot to put bigger things. But what I meant to do, let's do what I really meant to do. We're only going to glue this part down. Again, you would do your inking first. I'm going to glue the tip down. Now, when you put that in your book, see if I can get it right this time. You would put that in your book and you have a tuck spot here. You have your tuck spots here for little tickets and tags. And then this would be open where you can tuck a tag in there. So when you glue it, then you would glue it here, here, and here. So it'll work either way. It just gives you an extra spot. All right, so that is, so let's get on with number. Here we go. So this one is pretty easy as well. This does not have to be a double-sided sheet of paper, but you do want a 12 by 12. And you just get some of your scrapbook. It's a little shorter than 12 by 12, but you just get some of your scrapbook paper. And this is 4. So it's 12 by, 12 by 3.5. You can make them 4. You can make them as big as you want. And this is folded at 4 and then folded again. Or maybe you should start with this end. Either way, you're going to kind of get the same dimension. So I basically folded at 2, and then I folded at 2 again. Then I came down here and folded up to here, which is about 4. And then you just make it the length so that it all fits really nicely. And then you have the start of a pocket. So again, you would go ahead, excuse me, you would go ahead and ink everything up. And what we're going to do now is we are going to glue, this full side down. Leaving the top. Now, if you want to put a thumb notch in the top over here, it'd probably be best to wait until after you get it glued so you kind of know where to put it. It'll be a little harder to put in there, but I'm not going to worry about it. So we're going to glue that down, and then we want to glue these 2 sides down. And then again, you would want, well, we'll wait till. So you're going to glue that down. And now here is where you're going to want to put that thumb notch in before you glue anything else. So the way I like to do it is I just get my center point, which looks to be about right here. And then I get my punch or a punch or some sort of a punch. And I just sort of line it up. If you look inside this little punch, it's got a little mark there that helps me sort of line it up to get it centered. Because sometimes my eyeballs aren't all focused on either side. And you could glue a little bit up and around here too if you want to make that a little bit more sturdy. You know, like so this doesn't pop open, but I think it's going to be fine. But then you would go ahead and ink everything up before your final put together. And for this, you only really need to ink the edges that you're gonna see. We're only gonna see these edges. All right, so we have all of this glued, right? And now we're gonna take these edges and glue just them down. Okay, and then you have a pocket here, here, and if you glue it in your page, depending on where you glue it, if you glue it on just these 3 sides, then you can fit more in there. If you choose to glue it on, I'm sorry, just these 2 sides, if you choose to glue it on the 3 sides, then of course you have a pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket here. Or you could glue these 3 sides and you would still have your top pocket, you would have your side pocket, and you would have a pocket here. And then if you wanted to embellish that just a little bit more, like on this one, I was trying to use up a little bit of washi tape. So you can get your washi tape out if you have any. If not, you can use another piece of paper just to decorate it up a little bit. And come on. Oh, this one's gonna give me a hard time. I'm not a big washi tape user, so some of the washi tape that I have doesn't, I think it's overstuck. Here's a good one though. And some washi tapes too, and you who use washi probably know this, or at least I have found, they don't stick all that great sometimes. So sometimes I just add a little extra glue to them. But what I would do is I line mine up, and then I sort of look from here to here, about a quarter, I need to go in a little bit more, like this. Fold it over, because remember, you're not going to see that back side anyway. And I would trim these off. And there you go. You have another little pocket. Okay, so let's move on to number 3. Okay, so here is number. So let's get started. So this one, there's going to be a pocket here and a pocket here, and it's going to flip over. Then this one isn't that anything that you would glue in, because you would lose your pocket in the back if you glued something in. And why put a pocket that you're not really gonna see anyway? So this is just something you would stick inside a tuck spot or another pocket in the journal, just for a little bit more real estate, just for a little more journaling. So we are gonna get started. We're gonna do one of these. You can also do this and just use your decorative borders. It's all the same concept. So there's a couple different ways that you can do this. So first we're going to do the easy one, that is using double-sided paper. Okay, so I have some double-sided paper here, and then I have my base. So first of all, we are going to either fold or score. This is 6 by 4, and we're going to score this at 3 because it's 6 by 4. And I'm going to be doing a second one, so I'm going to go ahead and get that scoring out of the way and set that aside until I need it. I've done most of the prep work on these, so. Okay, and this one is 6 by 4, and I have actually already done the scoring that I want to do, and the scoring is at 2 1/4. Okay, so I've also looked at the alignment of the paper. So when I fold this, because it's going to become a flap, I want to make sure this is facing toward me. I know that looks upside down, but when you're using directional paper, you know, get it as close as you can to looking upside right when you're looking at it. So we're going to go ahead and fold that. I'm going to take my 6" and fold that. And then before I actually put this together, I'm going to go ahead and, you don't have to make thumb notches. I didn't in these ones. In fact, I think I'll do it exactly like I did this one. So what I'm going to do is take a border punch. It can be any border punch. And I'm going to go ahead and put the border punch in the bottom pocket, just like I did that one. And then I'm going to go ahead and do these edges just to kind of match everything up. And there you go. It's that simple. Then all you're going to do is glue in the edges. You don't want to glue anything in these areas because you will glue your book shut, and that won't be fun, or your little tag shut. So I just sort of place it in there. I just hold it real tight, get it where I can glue it. I just hold it real tight, try to get it centered, and then glue here and here and there we go. Now this side is going to have your flap, so you'll have to open that up to get your little journal card out of there to write on. But that's fine. That's what makes it fun. And then this side, we're going to just do the same thing. We're going to glue here and here. And then you have your little card. That's simple. Okay? Now, if you do not have double-sided paper, no worries. This one, I think I did put some thumb notches in that one, but I got a new piece of paper, so we're going to go ahead and start with this one. So we're going to go ahead and fold that. Now, on this one, I think I'm just going to put the little thumb notches in, and now this one, I'm going to notch this 2 pieces together, so then it'll be matching in the front and the back. And I'm just going to find my center mark. I'm going to get my hole punch. And these can be different sizes. It doesn't have to be, I don't know what this is, like a 2 1/4, I think. Try to line that up best I can. I think I got it off a little bit. Then you just get both of them. Not that you're going to see them on, because they'll be on different sides of the paper. Okay, so we have that ready to go. And then what I did to make this was I took a 12 by 4 inch piece of paper, because this is 4 inch. I folded it in half, and I have so much of this paper, so it's a good way for me to get it used up too. Fold it in half, and then of course you would do all of your inking. So I did that, and then what I did was I glued it all down. So I just took my glue stick and when you glue it too, it helps give the paper a little bit, it makes it a little bit sturdier. So you don't want to use cardstock on this, or it's going to be really, really bulky. It'll end up bulky in your journals. So I just did that, got that all down. And then I'm just going to bring this one in. I scored the top where it's got the nice edge. I inked after, but I scored at, because this was 6, I scored at 2 1/4. So when I go to put my paper in, then I've got coverage on the front and on the back when I go to glue my sides. And this one too, I think I'm going to go ahead and use my favorite border punch. Now you could use this one too. We'll use this one. Mix it up a little bit. And then I would just ink that, re-ink that up. And there we go. So we end up with this, where you can put a tag here. You can put a journal card in here. You just have to make it not go over the seam. And there you have it. So now we have 3 different ways you can make some extra pockets or tuck spots for your journals. Where's my other? Here they are. There you go. So another way you can line these up before I go is you can line them up in your book, like when you make these different sizes, like this. And then that way you could, when you glue it down, I've done this before, you would glue here, here. You start with your first one, but then I still have a little tuck spot here, a little tuck spot here. I can still put something in here, but you would glue down your 3 sides. Then you would come in and glue down your 3 sides, and then same thing. And then this is one big pocket, can go all the way down. There's lots of different things you can do with this one. Anyway, that's part of my big book ideas. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching all the way through. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.